Well, we just finished up class and we have a very special guest here, which you've seen in several videos before. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell them a little fun fact.
Bijhon Jackson here, former Razorback and NFL defensive tackle.
And every move you make, every step you take, I'll be watching you. So,
got them.
another class, another time to get my kicked. Rhymes. Anyway, we have a nice class ahead of us, a lot of footwork, a lot of maneuvering, definitely getting some conditioning in there, working on some technical things, some good defense, and we are interviewing an NFL player, Bijhon Jackson, used to play for a couple of teams, and we'll be interviewing and talking with him later on in this video. You want to hear what he has to say? Make sure you stick around and see what he has to say. So let's go ahead and let's jump into class, and let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So first up, we're doing some speed bag work. We're getting some conditioning in for our shoulders. We're filling this out. It's really fun to do speed bag. I don't know if you've ever done speed bag, but it is extremely fun, honestly. Like, it's very, very enjoyable. I need to quit saying us so much. You know what I'm saying? I need to quit saying it so much. We're doing speed bag. It's something that I've been doing my best to try to improve on. I'm trying to do it as frequently as I can without hitting volume for my shoulders throughout the week between lifting and then also for boxing itself, because I don't want one to sacrifice over the other. We're also doing a lot of shadow boxing. As you can see, shadow boxing, I'm trying to put everything together between the footwork and then also defense, and of course being good with my punches with full rotation. What Coach B is saying here right now to me is that I'm picking both my feet up. I like hopping a lot. I hop with both of my feet a lot. So when I'm moving around, I am pushing off the outer foot. So if I'm moving right, I'm pushing off the left. If I'm moving left, I'm pushing off the right. If I'm moving forward, I'm pushing off the back. And then when I'm pushing back, I'm pushing off the front. So with all that being said, I do tend to pick my feet up when there's a transition and I'm trying to slip, dip, or roll. Not the best thing for me to be able to utilize, because if both my feet are picked up, that's time lost with traction to be able to maneuver myself. So then we go back to speed bag. We're running circuits right now between a high speed bag, a low speed bag, as well as shadow boxing. Again, just trying to pre-fatigue everything, really challenge our conditioning through the class to be able to utilize what we can, and then learn how to utilize everything the same, but when you are really, really tired. There was a fly on my protein shake. You're propped up on my protein shake. Finally, we move on to some heavy bag work, working on some combos, working on full rotation, getting some extra work in to ensure that we are getting what we need to in, and also getting a little bit more power behind those punches. Coach B is also now showing me a little bit more about my stance, kind of correcting me of where my feet should be, ensuring that my stance is wide but not too wide, narrow but not too narrow. Like it's the Goldilocks of stances, going over it with me to see where I'm more comfortable and kind of feeling out where I need to be, especially when I need to get full rotation on those punches. So we're working on that, getting that put in. Next up, we have a new drill that I'm doing for the first time. Coach B is breaking it down for us. It is called Stonehenge. It's a really fun way to combine head movement, footwork, working in combinations, and also learning how to utilize footwork with the combos as well as utilizing footwork. And it gives you kind of really a functional drill that really does carry over. Now, everything in boxing is functional. You get better at your punches are going to be better. You get better at your footwork's going to be better. But this is one of those drills that kind of put a lot of things together, and I found it very fun. I'm not the first person that's up. Bijhon is up first. Meanwhile, me and this guy are working on slipping drills. So with the foam noodles, you split down the middle. Down the spine is where you're supposed to go with the noodle. And in that way, you really have to get your head off of the line. And not like drastically where the line is over here and I'm way over here. That's wasted movement. You do get tired from that. You fatigue out, you waste energy, and you don't want to be the first person that gets completely exhausted and tired in a fight. Once you're tired, the other person, if they're not tired, technically have an edge on you. So, with that being said, we're working on this. We're taking turns. We're going back and forth. I found this very nice. It's very fun. One thing that I realized is we were all kind of moving a little bit slower with each other, which is funny because, like Coach B was saying here, is that, you know, we're be a little bit more aggressive about it, be more accurate. We were all kind of holding back just a little bit, like, okay, let's get the tempo of this. Let's work together. Let's get this in. So there is that element of like we're making kind of an easement for all of us to get used to this drill. Really fun, really fun. Coach B making some adjustments here. Bijhon now running the noodle drill on me for slipping. I will say the difference between height made slipping very different. Like when I'm running the drill on him and I'm putting the noodle down, felt very different. And watching back, I was definitely very reserved with drop. Well, overall, it was a fun new experience. It took a little bit for me to pick up on this just because, I haven't really had the opportunity to throw everything together very often. Now, every class and every time they meet with Kenton or Bernard, there are a couple things where I'm supposed to be putting it all together. It's just recently they've been reiterating it with me more and more frequently, so that way I'm dialing in on what I'm supposed to be doing and being a little bit more accountable with every move that I take. And every move you make, every step you take, I'll be watching you. So, we run through this. It's great. It's fun. And it just takes a while. But we get through it. I'm feeling good about it. So, clearly, we ran this drill, series of drills for the majority of class. And I wanted to capture most of it. One, to look back on and figure out how it was going and see where I could improve, where I needed to improve, how I looked doing it. And I needed to do to be able to work with myself on this when I'm not at Right or Reaper. Working is I'm still very awkward and I do not get a lot of rotation in my movement. And the as second nature to me. It hasn't become as much of a habit or instinct. So it does effort for me to continue to push on, but maintain at the same time, if that makes any sense. And it's really, I said this a lot. It is really fun. I enjoy about challenging yourself in new ways you're very unfamiliar with. Sorry about that, my microphone died, I didn't know it was cutting out, but we are just going to go ahead and we are picking up right from where Coach B starts demonstrating how to properly do Stonehenge. And one thing that I want you to realize is look at his footwork, look how his hips are moving, look how his hands are moving, that they're staying up. Now he's withdrawing punches, this is just a quick demo. But overall, the fluidity of everything that he's doing, it's so smooth. I guess that's why they call him Big Smooth. Everything, the way that it's just coming together and how he demos this is so effortless. And it definitely gives me a really nice visual, especially to look back on and then kind of figure out, you know, where am I picking up where I'm hopping versus, you know, shifting and doing the proper footwork, and how am I moving my arms and my shoulders and my hips.
Let's call it 200
comparative to him, because everything's really smooth. So,
right, so from now
200 sit-ups, they're really hard to do. I can't really get
Otherwise,
to 200 yet. I can get a little above 100.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
But I still get some abdominal cramps. So anyway, that was class. That was my review. That's how I feel about class. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into the interview with Bijhon. We talked to him. It's pretty casual, but it's definitely fun to get to learn a little bit more about him. I've known him for quite a few years now. He's been an amazing friend. He's vouched for me multiple times and in class multiple times on and off camera. He's given me some extra advice, a little bit more to elaborate on from a different perspective in his personal experience with boxing. Classes are really fun. As of me recording this voiceover, I haven't been in a couple of weeks, and I've been just trying to keep up with my own training with it for a little while. A lot harder without a coach, turns out. That is a fun fact. Coaches do make this a lot easier. Very determined though, so I've only missed, in the last 2 weeks, I've only missed one weightlifting workout and then one boxing workout. It's the only thing that I've missed in the last 2 weeks, but we're keeping up with it. Everything's looking good. Everything's feeling good. I really do wish that I was a lot further along in this journey, but again, I'm picking this up pretty late on, and I don't really have any previous experience to carry over to help me learn this and progress with it. So anyway, enough of that. Class is fun. Let me know what you think down in the comments about what class is looking like, how I'm looking, if there's any tips and tricks that you've learned over the years that have kind of helped you like mentally click some of those things in place. So let's go into the interview, and thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the interview.
Well, we just finished up class and we have a very special guest here, which you've seen in several videos before. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell them a little fun fact.
Bijhon Jackson here, former Razorback and NFL defensive tackle. Fun fact, I actually played the string bass. I was in the orchestra during grade school for 6 years.
Play the big old string bass. That thing's huge.
Yeah, it is, but I love it. I love a bass.
Everyone likes a good bass.
Indeed.
Aside from the video, that is really cool. I did not know that. I've always wanted to learn the piano. It's so pretty.
Yeah, I want to get back to it. It's been a while since I've played. I had a keyboard for a little while, like a year ago.
Yeah.
But I want to get back into it. I want to get a guitar bass, a bass guitar.
Yeah.
I've never played a bass guitar before, but the music is the same, so I should be able to pick it up pretty quick.
Alrighty, so I just had a quick question. What does like boxing mean to you? Like, what kind of got you into it? What does it mean, like, to you very specifically?
Well, it really started because I needed to lose some weight. Got pretty chunky after football, and I still had that itch to be an athlete, but I didn't really know what to do. I came across Straight Right at one of the black-owned expos, and my wife convinced me to come in and give the free class a try, and it was hard, but I enjoyed it. And I've always loved watching boxing, so I stuck with it for a little while and lost a lot of weight, and I saw how fast I improved, and I was like, hey, maybe this is something I can stick with. And hey, now we're in it. I've had a few exhibition fights now, and maybe we can, get a license to start boxing for real here pretty soon.
That'd be really cool to see.
I hope so.
I don't know if you guys know this. This is a big guy. He's very strong.
You think so?
leg- Yes. Your calf is bigger than my thigh. So, like, the idea of you fighting someone, because I know you more than what they're going to be able to tell through the screen, and then watching you in class is going to be incredible.
I hope so.
It
Hope
will
so.
be.
I feel good about it though. I've come a long way in a year. I have.
If it's only been a year and you're doing what you're doing now, you're going to be a lethal weapon.
That's the plan.
Like special ops type thing. Like they're just gonna send you and you're like, don't worry guys, I got this. That one did you ever see that clip from that one movie, the guy who played Superman? I think it was a Mission Impossible movie. He just goes like
Oh,
he
yeah.
cocks his arm. That would just be you. They just drop you in a war zone and all you gotta do is
I hope so.
game over.
I hope so. Boxing is an intimidating sport, so even for a guy my size, so take a lot of guts to step in that ring, and But I'm excited. I'm looking forward to see how far I can go with this.
Well, I'm excited for you, and I'm excited too. This is extremely fun. What's one piece of advice you'd give to someone who might be considering getting into boxing or any sport in general?
Just do it. I would say my biggest regret with boxing is that I didn't start it sooner. I put it off. I probably put it off for like a year, because I was telling myself, oh, I'm too old to get into boxing. 28, not old, but it's never too late. If you're alive, it's not too late. Just do it. Stop telling yourself that oh, I can wait until tomorrow, I can wait until next week, or I shouldn't be doing this because of X, Y, and Z. Just do it. You never know.
Absolutely. I've been hearing that a lot recently, and it seems to be the best advice when it comes to considering getting into something is just do it.
Humans are really good at convincing themselves why they shouldn't be doing things.
That is true.
It's almost always wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for talking with me and being on today's episode video thing. And we'll be seeing a lot more of you.
My pleasure. I love you, brother. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. Honestly, the advice, the encouragement, just being a good friend over the years. So I appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
Love you, man.
Yes, sir.
Got them.